Hello, this is Milt Olson, Maintenance Technology Systems. We're going to be looking at our waveform analysis window within our MTS Explorer software package. And as you can see, this window is a floating window. It can be moved anywhere on the screen. And I'm just going to go through some of the features that we have here. First of all is the number of plots that we display. We can display up to 6 plots. So if we choose 1, that's what we look like. If we choose 3 or 4, that comes up. So that's the basic display. As you can see, this is a 10-second long time waveform. We can choose to look at the horizontal and vertical axial. That's actually controlled through the FFT program. That's why I have it open down here at the bottom. And if I hit vertical, note that it changes to vertical, updates the plot. Axial, same thing here. So we'll just go back to horizontal. And that's why we've got that one open. Also, we can set our frequency range on our plot to there. And we'll come back to that and notice it's at 1000 hertz. So that's how that one works. So we got our full waveform. We can show the highest peak in the waveform. It takes a 2-second window, places the highest peak right in the center. And just a way to kind of look at the waveform a little different way. We can place the cursor in the middle, wherever it's at, and expand going a second either way from that. And those are the main. We'll just go back to full waveform here. FFT tracking has to do with this. If I place my cursor, say, on the main peak here, notice that this family of cursors moves or gets expanded to match whatever this frequency is down here. And that's kind of a cool feature. So if I go higher frequency, you'll see that they just bunch together. Lower frequency tends to be a little more usable. Let's say I see something in the waveform I want to kind of spread out and figure out what's going on with it. Grab the one just to the right of the main cursor, and I can expand or retract the distance between them, and the family follows accordingly. I can move this wherever I want it to go. I can click on the spectrum or the waveform, it will bring it to that location. So that's how the cursors work here. If I turn off this FFT tracking, I can now move the cursor down here and nothing changes in the waveform. So I typically leave that one on. It seems to be a little more usable that way. Now I also have the ability to turn a filter on and off. And what this filter does is it looks at the spectrum that's open. It sees it's from 3 hertz to 1000 hertz, and it will filter my waveform over that same range. So if I turn it on, notice that the amplitude of this waveform drops significantly. Back off, see it's got the full waveform. 8500 hertz is about where the Fmax is set. If I turn it on, then it drops from 11 G's down to 0.8. Turn it back off. Now I'm just going to try a couple of things here. We'll let this, play the vibration over our speakers. So you can hear that. Now if I turn the filter on and play it again, notice that all of that high frequency stuff is removed from the waveform. So that's how filtering works in our time waveform. We've got our machine name and measurement location in the highlight box here. If I want to generate a report, I click on this guy. I'll just do that and just show you how it looks. So what it does is it resizes the waveform so it'll fit properly on a single page report. Lets me type in my information here, and then if I cancel it, puts it back the way it was. This last one we'll talk about. It allows me to change the colors of my waveform. And I just go through and select whatever colors I'm interested in here. And it lets me change the grid colors. And this color selector is consistent across all of the different programs, lets you do those things. So I just cancel back out of here and it brings it back the way it was. So that's the main part of this program. Note the dates here on the right hand side. If I hit the next plot, it updates the data on here according to the parameters that are all set up. So once you leave it, then that's how it displays the next data set to you. So that completes the overview of the waveform plot program.